entertaining wholesome content, and behind-the-scene peaks. We're on Instagram at Wells Radio 893, Facebook Wells Radio 893 FM fan page, X Wells Radio 893. Follow our WhatsApp channel Wells Radio 89.3 FM. Get a scoop on upcoming shows, giveaways, and events. Also get to interact with your favorite presenters and share your thoughts on our posts and stories. Join the conversation and stay tuned into Wells Radio 89.3 FM, your preferred wholesome radio.
Not just another radio station. Wells Radio 89.3 FM. Broadcasting from Ibadan or your state brings you wholesome programs for you and your family.
.3 FM, your preferred wholesome radio.
Yes, it is another beautiful Tuesday morning. Today, the 7th day of July, 2026. And you're on to Wells Radio 89.3 FM, your preferred awesome radio. Once again, it is time for Perspective Unlimited, and my name is Kunle Olowu. We'll be talking about issues as seen on the front pages of our dailies this morning. And of course, the three newspapers we are going to be sampling this morning will include the Punch newspaper, the Guardian, and also the Daily Sun. And I will not be doing this alone. Of course, in the studio with me is Chukwu Emeka Monachiso, who is our analyst this morning. Good morning, Chukwu Emeka.
Good morning, Kunle.
Yes, we are here again.
Yeah, thank God for His mercies.
Thank God for His mercies.
Yeah.
Yes, we should always thank God because
thank God for the gift of life.
Yes, because it is not our doing.
It is not.
Sleeping and waking up every morning
is a miracle.
Is a miracle. Worth thanking God for. And I'm happy to be here this morning with you again. And today we are seeing headlines again, as we've been seeing for days. I should say, especially with this issue of Adeyemi and the recent development about his father. Well, we are going to get into that. First of all, we should read the headlines as seen on the front pages of the newspaper this morning. And we will start with the front page of the Punch newspaper this morning. So like I said, we are going to be starting from the Punch newspaper this morning, and the largest caption on Punch newspaper this morning reads, and that's about the fake agency scandal. Presidency under pressure as police arrest Adeyemi's father. The three rider stories to that: police action triggers legal backlash as NBA President Sands condemn substitute arrest. Another rider story: Accountant General says PFIPC received no funds. Senate absolves Akpabio. And the last rider to that story: senators meet today, insist 1.3 billion naira controversial allocation from executive, not the National Assembly. That's on page 2 of the Punch newspaper this morning. Moving on to other stories. On security, army vows to defeat foreign jihadists at borders. That story is on page 7. And still on page 7 on South African crisis, federal government extend evacuation, 270 more expected. And on page 9, Tinubu orders probe of Meta, Google AI platform. And also on page 19, 10 Kwara APC governor aspirants protest against Abdul Razak. Those stories you can find on the front page of the Punch. And also still on the front page of the Punch, Shetima Obasanjo go on, others celebrate Army Day. That story is on page 10. And on page 9, UBA names Nnorom chairman as Elumelu bows out. And on page 5, outrage as Russian strike kills Ukraine-based Nigerian medical students. That story is on page 5 if you're interested. And finally, on page 9, marketers push 800 naira per litre, seek import license. Those are the stories you can find on the front page of the Punch newspaper this morning. And now moving over to the front page of the Guardian newspaper, the largest caption reads, despite glut, local cement price nearly doubles Africa's average. That story is on page 6. And on page 3, FJ insists on fuel price slash at meeting with Dangote Refinery and marketers. On page 5, FG offers Nigerians final evacuation. Nance gives South African ultimatum to leave. That story is on page 5. And on page 3, Tinubu unveils strategy to defeat terrorists, modernize armed forces. Still on the front page of the Guardian newspaper, another story we have here: ADC accuses federal government of pushing 17 million Nigerians into acute hunger. That story is on page 29. And on page 5, Vatican envoy Sultan meets at National Mosque, warns against extremism. And on page 30, 10 killed, 1 injured in fresh attacks on Plateau, Niger communities. And Nnorom takes over from Elumelu as UBA chairman. That's the business news found on page 18 of the Guardian newspaper this morning. And PFIPC scandal draws in OAGF, Falana, Ogbomoso leaders in fresh twist. That story is on page 6. And on page 5, federal government probes anti-competitive practice by Meta, Google, X against Nigerian media. Those are the stories you can find on the front page of the Guardian newspaper this morning. And finally, on the front page of the Daily Sun this beautiful morning, the largest caption, FCCPC investigates Google, Meta, other big tech firms. The writer story to that, probe centers on allegation of ripoff of Nigerian media. That story is on page 26 of the Daily Sun. And on xenophobia, NANS gives South African businesses interest 4 days to leave Nigeria. And there's a writer story to that, FG to evacuate more Nigerians. And that story is on page 26 of the Daily Sun. Still on the front page of the Daily Sun, federal workers demand wage award arrears, 300,000 minimum wage. That story is on the front page and continues on page 6 of the Daily Sun. On page 28, editors hold the 4th Jakonde lecture, July 23rd. And on page 2, FG queries high petrol cost amid falling crude prices. And the writer story to that, meets Dangote and marketers. That story is on page 2. Still on page 2, Tony Elumelu to retire as UBA chairman, August 21, names Unorom as a successor. And on Oyo school children abduction, Obi accuses Tinubu of not calling Makinde. The writer story to that says President Tinubu should not seek re-election. That story is on page 26 of the Daily Sun this morning. There is also a picture here of the Forum of former deputy governors of Nigeria's national excos and BOT members, led by the national chairman, His Excellency Dr. Chris Alozie Okomas, paid after they paid a courtesy visit to our grand patron, former president Dr. Goodluck Ebele Jonathan, GCFR, to intimate him on the upcoming 5th annual national conference holding on the 20th and 21st of October 2026. There's a picture of them during the meeting here on the front page of the Daily Sun this morning. All right, it is time for us to now delve into the issues as seen on the front pages of our dailies this morning. And I think the one that concerns all Nigerians, especially when it has to do with mobility, is the price of fuel that has skyrocketed since the issue with the United States and Iran and the closure of the Strait of Hormuz. We all know that issue has almost been resolved now by the United States and Iran, and the price of crude oil has actually dropped to as low as $71 to $72 a barrel. And yet, Nigerians are still complaining about the amount that the petrol is still being sold per liter and that is when you compare it to what the price was when before the war and what it is now. Now, according to reports we are seeing on the Punch newspaper, the independent petroleum marketers on Monday actually pushed for the restoration of importation rights and projected that the pump price of premium motor spirit, popularly called petrol, could fall below 800 naira per litre as the federal government intensifies efforts to force down the cost of petrol. Now, the development came as the federal government met with major operators in the downstream petroleum sector, including representative of the Dangote Petroleum Refinery, over what he described as the disconnect between the falling global crude oil price and the relatively high pump prices of petrol in the domestic markets. At its stakeholders meeting on cost-reflective pricing of PMS held at the headquarters of the Nigerian Midstream and Downstream Petroleum Regulatory Authority in Abuja, brought together the federal government, the Federal Competition and Consumer Protection Commission, the Independent Petroleum Marketers Association of Nigeria, Major Energy Marketers Association of Nigeria, the Depot and Petroleum Products Retailers Association of Nigeria, the Depot and Petroleum Products Marketers Association of Nigeria, the Nigerian Association of Road Transport Owners, and other major operators in the sector. Now, Chukwuemeka, I would like to, you are very aware, I know you are very vast, especially in international politics, and you've been following the story of US and Iran and how it affected the pricing of petrol, especially in Nigeria and globally, as a matter of fact. I can't say for other countries. I don't know if they have reduced their petrol prices, but I live in Nigeria. I drive a car, and I know exactly what the pump prices are saying. If this meeting is holding now for the federal government to try to force down the price of petrol in the country by these marketers, is it a welcome development from the federal government, or do you think that the refineries or the refiners actually do have a valid point for leaving the petrol price as high as it is at the moment?
Kunle, there's no valid point. You see, the government is taking a positive step, but it's long overdue.
Oh, you believe it's a positive step?
It's a positive step, yes, but it's long overdue. If you look at, it was just 2 days ago, the Strait of Hormuz has been quiet, relatively quiet. Just 2 days ago, or yesterday, Iran once again fired at a Qatar-flagged ship. And you know that whatever happens along that corridor will definitely have spiral effect around the globe. But when it comes to Nigeria, like we know, we have said it here, that things don't obey the law of gravity in our country. What goes up hardly comes down because it's a bazaar. There is no consequences for bad behavior. Whatever you want to do to make money, do it. It's a free for all. You understand? So, and government has left this thing to fester for too long, where the price of crude has fallen, and there is no reason why we still be buying fuel at the same amount we are buying it when the heat in the Middle East was on a very high. So, if we are running a system where there is law and order, and government appears to be in charge and in control, when these things happened, when there was a relatively peace in the Middle East, it should have reflected, but it didn't reflect, and that's why we are still buying that fuel at the price we are buying it when the conflict was raging. So what government, I want to see what government will do, whether they will even obey government. And don't forget that this thing happened in US also. Trump came down hard on he called it gas gouging.
It seemed they didn't obey that.
They did. He came down and said any company, anybody, any individual, any entity that violates that what he said will be sanctioned. They've all of them queued.
Startup.
Yes, but here in Nigeria, why it is happening here is what I don't understand, because it's the same people who are in positions of authority are the same people who actually are behind these businesses. So that's why it is very difficult to implement. I pray that government will actually, I don't know whether they will listen to the government. I don't know.
But now that the marketers are saying that the the petrol could actually sell for as less as 800 naira per liter.
Not
how realistic is this?
800 naira is still very high, Kunle.
It's still very high.
Yes, as far as I'm concerned. It's still very. So this
without subsidy.
Wait, this crude is here. Is it not our? Do we import it? It's here.
But they say there's
Look,
global
Kunle,
market
forget
price.
global. When it is when it is about hardship, price increase, it becomes global. Even when global, yes, understand what I'm saying. Even when things come down, it no longer become global. You won't hear it again. Let the price come down. I support what government is. If they will listen to them, don't forget that we are running a system where people do whatever they like and they get away with it. If they will listen to government, fine. If they don't, but it is the silent stupidity of Nigerians that are keeping this thing the way it is. If people should wake up and say no, enough is enough. Let us even enjoy some of these things. It will happen, but people will not say it. Everybody will keep quiet, and people will just come make money. And the way we run this country, at times I ask myself, because I have read about other countries. Look at a country as small as Zambia. How many years ago? It was just bread. Government put a small amount of money on bread. Loaf of bread. This bread we eat here. They came out and said, no, you can't touch this. I don't know why they are so much in love with the bread in Zambia. They came out and government immediately reversed itself. That's the way it should be. Because without the people, there's no government.
Okay, so we all know that Dangote refinery is the only refinery we have functional in Nigeria now. The one owned by the federal government is still going through rehabilitation, as we have seen in the news. And we know that very recently another deal was signed with a Chinese company to revamp one of the refineries that is not functioning in Nigeria. But like I said, as we stand, Dangote is the only functional refinery in Nigeria. And yet, the independent petroleum marketers are demanding the restoration of petrol import rights. Why do you think this is so?
There was an understanding with Dangote that if as far as it continues to meet domestic demand, there will be nobody will be allowed to import. But that is wrong. One person can. Well, he has. If I say it now, some of my friends will start crucifying me. Dangote is a businessman. Nigeria created him. You understand? But the idea of you alone making these things available is not. It doesn't. I don't understand.
Not sustainable.
It's not. And you mentioned Chinese people coming to revamp Port Harcourt and Warri as refineries. Let me tell you something, as a Kunle. You see that agreement. Nigeria should take that thing with a pinch of salt. Like I said, we don't ask questions about our common wealth. Imagine Chinese partners coming to revamp Warri and Port Harcourt refineries. They will bear the full cost. According to the CEO of NNPCL, Bashir Bayo Ojulare, he said that they will bear the full cost. If these people bear the full cost, are we not willing our refineries to China? If they bear the full cost of maintenance of putting everything into work, are we not willing these refineries to China? That's the very big question.
But a lot of people might not want to agree with that. Because
it's not his property.
What people say is that there's competition.
It's not Bayojula's property. It belongs to Nigeria. What I'm saying is the idea of allowing Chinese partners to bear the full cost of revamping Warri and Port Harcourt refineries. What are the implications on our economy? That's the question I'm asking. Does it mean that if they come out and say, okay, we spent 30 billion to revamp both refineries, and we are going to and we will not allow Nigeria to make use of these two refineries in the next 30 or 50 years until we recover our money? How does it affect our economy? That's the question I'm asking. Because okay, another question again is, we removed first subsidy with the proviso that we will get a lot of money to revamp critical infrastructure, which our refineries are part of it. How come are we so broke as a country that we cannot revamp, that we cannot bear the cost of revamping Warri and Port Harcourt refineries? Why bringing in the Chinese people to bear the full cost of revamping these refineries? At what is the implication?
But
what are the consequences?
Some people might want to say maybe there are some political undertones, because remember that in the era, even in the last era of Muhammadu Buhari, money was actually allocated for the revamping of these refineries.
Where went the money?
Which even at the beginning of this administration, the Kaduna refinery was said to be working for maybe about 3 days or a few hours. I don't know.
So all the money that Buhari spent was just for it to work for 3.
Maybe that is why they are trying to bring in foreign investors, because they will be more
not
serious.
No. I'm not talking of. If you are talking of expertise, you are bringing in Chinese.
But we are still going to.
You are funding it. That's a different thing. But you are bringing Chinese people. They are going to use their money. Kunle,
but it's still, would it not still drive competition with them and Dangote?
Kunle, I don't understand my country, honestly speaking.
But I believe competition usually drives.
I'm not talking of competition.
No, but there will be competition.
Wait, what I'm saying is this. I'm not talking of revamping the refineries. It is okay. My own take is this. Why bringing Chinese people to bear the full cost of revamping the refineries? What are the economic consequences on the country? That's what I'm saying. I'm not talking of competition. If we have fuel flowing all over the place, all of us will enjoy. People will have transportation. The transport fares will come down. But what I'm saying is this: what are the implications of allowing Chinese people to come and revamp the refineries, and they will bear the full cost? Are they for the Christmas? What are they taking after bearing the full cost? What are the consequences on our economy? That's what I'm saying. I'm not talking of competition. No, let them come and revamp it, and let's have something in line with Dangote's. So let them work at pari passu. But the issue is this: what are the implications of these people coming to use their own money to revamp the refineries? Are they for the Christ? Are they going to do it after we say, "Oh, thank you, Chinese people, you can go back to your country"? What are the implications? Ojulari didn't say it.
Okay, away from the price of petrol now, because we have other stories here we will like to look at. And talking about implication, we know that the story we've been following for some days now, that is about the Director General of the purported Presidential Economic Advisory Council and Presidential Foreign Investment Promotion Council, PFICP. That's in person of Adeyemi Adeniyi. He's actually gone into hiding. We all know that. After the issue actually started. Now we have a report on Vanguard saying that the police have actually arrested the father and family friend of the embattled Director General of the agency in Ogbomoso. In Osogbo. Okay, we are having conflicting reports here. Osogbo and then Oyo State, the report actually has. We too recall that Adeniyi had gone into hiding following revelations that he had allegedly scammed the federal government through the creation of fake presidential council. The arrest came on a day Office of the Attorney General of the Federation clarified that no Central Bank of Nigeria CBN account was successfully opened for the controversial council, insisting that no public funds had been released to the body despite its budgetary allocation, contrary to the position of the presidential spokesperson, and that's in person of Bayo Onanuga. Now, it seems like this story is taking a different twist. I'd like to ask you, Chukwuemeka, what do you think of the latest developments in this alleged fake presidential council scandal?
You see, Kunle, our country is a funny place. Very funny. And if I go by my belief as a Christian, I think hellfire will be full of Nigerians, especially our leaders. I'm coming. Kunle, this Prince Adeyemi.
Yes.
Does it mean that the man abducted our government? Number one question. Number two, you arrested this man on October 2025 on criminal charges. In 2026, you inserted 1.3 billion into the budget for the agency, which you arrested the head. I'm coming, Kunle, wait. Substitutional arrest is illegal and unconstitutional in Nigeria. And it occurs when a friend or a relative wanted by the police could not be traced, allegedly for committing an offense could not be traced. Now, you have been hobnobbing with this man. This man has gone on the FinTech Summit in Canada with government officials. SGF they made a way for him to have office in secretariat. Head of service posted 300 staff to him, and now you said you cannot find him again, that you have declared him wanted, and you went to Bomosho to arrest an old man and even a friend who came to visit him. when you read all this is a poorly written script. When I was in Nollywood, yes, I was there, and I wrote some scripts. Some of my films are still online. The scripts I wrote. This is a poorly written. The people who are writing this script they are poorly trained. They don't know what they are writing, because there are so many. There are so many on. You write a script in such a way that you have suspense. People don't know where you will land. But this one, you wrote it in a way that people already know. Why arresting the old man in Obomosho? What did he do?
There's actually been reports here saying that a renowned lawyer and human rights activist, that's Femi Falana, he has actually spoken about the arrest, and that some Ogbomoso leaders, they've actually also disowned and condemned this arrest.
It is wrong. It's unconstitutional and illegal. But we are not. Nigeria is a lawless place. I keep saying it. But it's not about legality. If we are following the rule of law, some of these principal actors in this scandal will not be in government by now. They should be asked to go home until there's a thorough investigation. Why going to Ogbomoso?
So on the heels
to arrest an old man, yes.
On the heels of what you said now, you really believe that Femi Gbajabiamila should step down?
He should not even come near the office right now. What is going on? Look at it. Look at this. A scandal as huge as this. You arrested this man, 2025. Over, you charged him. 2026, you still inserted 1.3 billion into an agency headed by a man you arrested in 2025. Who are you talking to? Are Nigerians fools? Are we deaf and dumb? Don't we have brain? That's what I'm saying. It's a script that at the end of the day they are making mockery of themselves. What is happening? And that's why investors will not come here. They are reading all these things. How we are dancing naked in the Committee of Nations, and we say we are running the government. What kind of, Kunle, why arresting the old man in the first place? Playing to the gallery. Obama will be boiling. They have come to carry him. But you were rolling around with this man. He was attending functions with you. He was meeting foreign dignitaries on your behalf. You didn't arrest him.
Still on the matter, and you're still on Wells Radio 89.3 FM, your preferred awesome radio. We need to quickly go and pay some bills now. And when we come back, we are still going to talk more on the story of Adeyemi, his disappearance and the arrest of his father in Ogbomoso. Do stay with us.
FM, your preferred wholesome radio.
Thinking of an all-in-one digital platform that fits your lifestyle and makes everyday payments simple, reliable, and fast?
Oh, wow. Yes, please.
Allow me introduce you to BillStation, your one-stop digital payment solution for individuals and businesses. Built to simplify payments and services for millions across Africa. With BillStation, you can buy cheap airtime and data, pay electricity bills, send money instantly, make online payments, and book flights and hotels. Enjoy our overseas airport pickup services, interstate bus ticket sales, and event tickets, all on BillStation. Fast, simple, reliable.
Wow, that's amazing.
Visit www.thebillstation.com. Download the BillStation app on the Apple App Store or Android Google Play and get welcome bonuses when you sign up. Enjoy fast customer support and a seamless user experience every time. Get in touch with us today.
Email thebillstation175@gmail.com or sales@thebillstation.com.
WhatsApp 091 6858 1914. Bill Station. Your world, your money, one station.
Welcome to Junior's International School, Ibadan, where academic excellence thrives in an atmosphere of love, care, and safety. With a team of experienced and dedicated educators who inspire young minds in a stimulating environment that nurtures learning, creativity, character, and confidence. Our rich and dynamic curriculum prepares pupils for outstanding success in both local and international examinations, opening doors to limitless opportunities and a a bright future anywhere in the world. At Juniors International School, we go beyond academics. We identify and nurture every child's unique potential, raising globally minded leaders guided by strong moral values and godly principles. Join us in shaping tomorrow's leaders today. Admission test into pre-nursery to year 5 holds on Tuesday, 4th August 2026. Venue: Juniors International School, Alafin Avenue, Oluyole Estate, Ibadan. Time: 9 a.m. Admission forms are available online at www.juniorsinternationalschool.com/admissions or at the school premises. Juniors International School, Center of Excellence.
Are you hungry for something delicious? Food that feels like home but tastes like pure luxury? Then welcome to Honeydew Restaurant, where every meal is made to make you smile. From our smoky jollof to rich ofada sauce to a variety of delicious soups like egusi, eforiro, and more, paired with your favorite proteins and hot, freshly made swallows, all made for you to enjoy. We also handle bulk orders in liters, fresh and ready whenever you need it. We deliver it to your doorstep. At Honeydew, it's not just the food, it's the feel. With our beautiful ambience, perfect for your romantic dates, family outings, or your quiet, relaxing evening escape. Join us every last Friday of the month at 7 p.m. for karaoke night with Jayola and enjoy music, games, food, drinks, and free mocktails and cocktails as you sing your hearts out. Visit us at Plot 42, Block 8, Alaafi Avenue, beside Wells Radio, Oluyole Estate, Ibadan. For your doorstep delivery or inquiries, call or WhatsApp 0814-691-6635, 0814-691-6635. Honeydew Restaurant, where every meal is made to make you smile.
How long will it take you to confirm payment? I have been waiting for the past 1 hour.
I'm so sorry. Our network is slow. I will just run out of data.
Same excuse yesterday. It is unacceptable, please. You better switch to One Data Internet Service.
One Data?
Yes, One Data. One Data is an internet service provider with the best alternative and solution for unlimited speed. One Data provides fast and reliable internet service to organizations, homes, and places of interest in Nigeria. With One Data, you get to enjoy the premium internet service with dedicated unlimited internet speed at all times, 24/7 fantastic customer service and support, and you enjoy a 1-month free subscription when you make payment. Now is the time to say goodbye to downtimes. Sign up with One Data today on 0811 223 2671 or visit www.onedata.ng for more inquiries. One Data, unlimited speed.
.3 FM, your preferred wholesome radio.
All right, you're welcome back to the second half of Perspective Unlimited on Wells Radio 89.3 FM, your preferred awesome radio. Before we went on that quick commercial break, we were talking about the issue surrounding the fake agency that was created and the federal government is denying the existence. And then, of course, the follow-up arrest of the the agency's director general, who is actually in hiding now, and then the backlash that has been coming against the federal government because of this arrest. Now, in that report, if you remember when we were talking about it, the Office of the Attorney General actually says that no funds were released despite budgetary allocation. What does that really tell us about the financial control of Nigeria? But before you say that, I would also like to open the phone lines so that people at home can actually be a part of the show too. So you can call and give us your comments on 09168931,000, or you can also call 09153334893. The last number you can call is 09113333 893. You can call us into the studio to give us your perspective about the issues we have been discussing. So now, Chukwuemeka, what do you think about the Nigerians' financial control if the Accountant General of the Federation is actually saying that no funds were released despite the budgetary allocation?
Kunle, look, you can't, everything, some people will even come out now to say they don't even know the man. Like we are seeing now, they've disowned him. But he was rolling with them for so many. Nobody knows the number of years they've been rolling together until the bubble burst. And everybody is now okay. And everybody is now saying that they don't know the man. If you see Kunle, it is difficult to believe anybody right now,
including Adeni himself.
I'm coming. When this thing broke out, it was alleged that he opened account with the central bank, the agency. How many days or weeks did it take them to come out to say, oh, he didn't open an account? We are living in a time of denial. They will deny everything in order to make the principal actors look innocent. Look at what Bayo Onanuga said when the thing broke out. He came out immediately and defended Abacha Biamila. We didn't know the man and this and that. Until the man started talking. Look, Kunle, we will not see the end of this because we are living in a country where nothing is again in black and white, if you ask me.
But
and
then again,
where people in government are not expected to be transparent. That's just the reason.
But
if our leaders are expected to be transparent, many of them will be ashamed of this story that is tied to them.
So like you said, transparency. And a lot of people will say maybe we should not be beclouded by the fact that the federal government is involved. Now, the thing is that the story we've seen suggests that the agency was created and that particular amount of money was requested, for the agency to keep running. And according to the reports we are seeing, that about 400 million was actually paid, and 200 was yet to balance is what is causing all of this friction. Now, we cannot confirm this. That is the rumors that we are hearing. So I'm saying that let us even say this is anything to go by. Let's say this is anything to go by, and we are not being beclouded by the fact that the federal government is involved. Is it not already a criminal act, for anybody to agree to create an agency and has actually paid the rebates at least once before?
Okay, wait, Kunle. I don't believe in rumors. Is it a rumor that head of service posted 300 staff? The federal government has not come to tell Nigerians that it's not true. SGF facilitated allocation of office in the federal secretariat. Is it rumor?
Let's quickly take this call, please. Hello, what is your name? Good morning. What is your name? Where are you calling us from? Aderonke, you have the floor.
Yeah, concerning fuel of it, I think the fuel should be brought down to the barest minimum because the reductions are not compared to what it was before this administration came on board. So I just want to know that it will be brought down to the bare minimum. At least the action you are putting in the country is to use it. Thank you very much.
Thank you very much for your contribution.
So, Kunle,
yes,
is it rumor that this man traveled to Canada on FinTech Summit with federal government? Is it rumor that this man was allowed to be receiving delegates from foreign countries? Is it rumor? They didn't know it was fake, that the man was fake. Kunle, there are some stories. I'm a writer. There are some stories you will write. You even laugh at yourself and say, why am I even writing? Who will even believe this story? Even a kid, 3-year-old kid, 5-year, will even look at this story and see a lot of holes. The government should come clean and tell Nigerians we goofed. Adeyemi abducted us. We didn't know him too well. How come? National Assembly, how much was inserted? The same person. How did he do it? How did they con the presidency? How did they con the CBN? How did they con all these people that are around him? How did he do it? He must be a magician. And now they are coming to deny him, that they don't know him. Who are you telling?
All right, we believe that in days to come, we are still going to see more breaking news on the story, and eventually, I believe we are going to get to the bottom of the story. Let us know who is telling the truth, who is lying, who is fake, and who is true. Now, moving on from that story, because we have so many stories we need to talk about this morning. We know that we've been hearing about the xenophobic attacks that has been happening in South Africa, and the federal government has been evacuating and re-evacuating Nigerians from South Africa to make sure that they are not in danger way. And we are seeing reports here on Punch that the federal government has actually extended the evacuation of about 270 more people. And according to the report on Punch, it says the federal government has announced plans to evacuate 270 Nigerian nationals from South Africa as part of ongoing efforts to repatriate citizens affected by the renewed xenophobic attacks and deteriorating security conditions in the country. The evacuation will be carried out on the fourth special night operation by a particular airline in Nigeria, which is scheduled to depart Lagos for Johannesburg today. That's the 7th of July, 2026, before returning to Nigeria with the affected citizens. According to the Ministry of Foreign Affairs, the aircraft is expected to depart Lagos at 3:30 p.m. and return with 270 registered evacuees, making another phase of the government's repatriation program for Nigerians willing to return. Now, we know this xenophobic attacks has been happening even for years. It's been coming and going. Just about 2 days, we heard about two Nigerians again who were being shot and killed in South Africa. We know that the Nigerian government are actually even trying to push for some sort of compensation for Nigerians who own businesses there and have been evacuated, knowing that they will have nothing to fall on when they get to Nigeria. Now, all of this in play, and we are thinking that what exactly is the federal government doing? Is the evacuation the actual solution to this, or are we supposed to sit down and have a talk with the South African government? Because these are people who have actually made a living for themselves living there, and their businesses would have contributed to the growth of South Africa in a way or two. Or is the federal government supposed to hold real strict sanctions on South African business in Nigeria? What exactly is evacuation?
Kunle, I thank the federal government for their response. You know, it doesn't usually happen. So when they do something good, you have to say it. I thank the federal government for sending, for Nigerians to come back home. That's a chartered
flight.
Yes, that's a very good one. But the question is this, because we have to tell ourselves the truth. Nigerians in South Africa, how many of them are documented migrants? That's the question. You cannot enter somebody's country without valid papers and set up business. It's not done. If you are coming from a country where there's no gate, there's no fence, that does not mean that where you are going to, there's no gate, there's no fence. If you go there and run foul of their law, you pay for it. Nigeria will not have a case of a compensation if those Nigerians are not documented migrants. Whatever they have left behind, so be it. It's a lesson that we in Nigeria here, we because we look at our country, the way we behave. Somebody will come from Chad and come here and stay. Somebody will come from Mali and come here and stay. Even open bank account, we don't care. Because there's no fence, there's no gate here. You go to another man's country, where there is fence, where there is gate, you jump the fence and come in. And you set up business and you are doing very well, and a day like this came up and they seize your property, you are on your own. Government will only ask for compensation for those Nigerians that have valid papers and they are victims of xenophobic attacks. You understand my submission? So that's where government will have a say. But for those who jumped over the fence, you didn't pass through the gate and stayed in South Africa.
But don't you think Nigerians are very sentimental and they might...
There's no question of sentiment. We don't run a country with sentiment. The fact that we don't have a gate and a fence here, does not mean that other countries will behave like us. Because Nigeria is the place where we have been told that those killing us are not Nigerians. Then why are they killing us in our own country? That's the question. So if you think that you go to UAE, you go to Saudi Arabia, you go there illegally and you start living large, and the day comes up whereby the people will rise up and say, go back to your country. What do you think? Everything you have gathered there is a waste. I'm coming. Nance, they are not saying that they are giving how many days for South Africans to live in Nigeria?
They are giving them maybe about four days.
Look, you can't send South Africans living in Nigeria, documented South Africans living in Nigeria, you can't send them away. You cannot. Unless those
but South Africans sending documented Nigerians.
That's what they said. Now, those who have come back to Nigeria, how many of them are documented migrants? How many of them? That's the question. Some of them are still there. They have papers. I even listened to their video. South African. They say they are not after. But the only problem South Africa has is this: you don't allow a mob to do what government should do. It is government that will determine who is documented and who is not documented. Not a mob going from house to house asking somebody, which country are you from? Where is your paper? What gave you the power to ask somebody the paper that brought him to your country?
But
that's where South Africa fails.
There is a lot of rumor out there saying that these attacks and this hatred for especially documented or undocumented foreigners in South Africa is actually stemmed out of the fact that especially Nigerians live very lavish lives and rumors about their women and all of that. Look, is this anything to go by?
Look, Kunle, when you have people who are lazy, how many South Africans have you seen in Nigeria? They don't go out. they don't travel. You understand? I have a friend, Facebook friend from South Africa. There's something they drink. I've forgotten the name of that.
So they like to relax.
They like to relax. You understand? And the people coming from outside will do the jobs they're supposed to do, which they cannot do. So it's not a question of living lavish lifestyles. And because of that, South African women don't like their men because their men cannot, just like in Kenya. If you go to Kenya, Kunle, and you come back without a wife, you are a strong man. Kenyan women will follow you as far as we are Nigerian. You understand? Because they see something in Nigerian men, that Nigerian men are workaholics. Their men are laid back.
Nigeria is blessed.
The problem we have here is leadership. People who know next to nothing, running around as leaders. That's the problem we have. Nigerians, that's why I keep saying that. I want to live and see where I'll be having Ghanaian Nigerian, Rwandan Nigerian, Ethiopian Nigerian, because they will come here. We have everything. So the question of being workaholics, Nigerians have it. Every country, some of the African countries I've gone to, when you say Nigerian, you will know. The guy is working hard because he knows that this is not my country. I have to leave. You understand? So if that thing will draw hatred to them, is it their fault? Is it their fault that Nigerians are working hard? It's not the fault of Nigerians. They are wired to work hard. So if you people are not working hard, and as a result of working hard, your women are attracted to them, is it the fault of Nigerians? I can't blame Nigerians on that score. I can't.
Okay, so xenophobic attacks have actually occurred several times over the years. We know that. Like you are saying now, can it be that, is it jealousy that we can say is making this attacks or this hatred?
It's envy. Kunle is pure envy. And you know what they're doing?
Synonymous to jealousy.
I watched one video. It was an Igbo guy. They confronted him. The guy stood his ground, said he bought the shop from a Chinese.
Let's take this call. Hello, good morning. What is your name? Where are you calling us from?
Yes, sir. Ruth calling from Malakia.
Ruth from Malakia. You have the floor, Ruth.
Yes, sir. Sometimes I wonder if we can truly end corruption. Because how could a fake agency reportedly operate from the federal secretariat and even big budget allocation? It's so obvious that our government are not ready to tackle corruption. So I will just urge the EFCC and ICPC and other security agencies, they must expose everyone involved. And President Tinubu must ensure justice is served. Because Nigeria deserves accountability, not another scandal. I hope they do the needful on that. Good morning.
Good morning. Thank you very much.
I watched the video. The guy said he bought a shop from a Chinese and that he has even employed 25 South Africans. You know what they told him? You will give the shop to one of us. I just laugh. Whether the guy will manage the shop or not, he must give. That is where South African government failed. And Kunle, what is the position of African Union in all of this? Just to tell you
African Union has not done anything.
Toothless bulldog, just gathering of expired people who should go home and rest. What is the role of African Union? Why do we have African Union? When it was OAU, Organization of African Unity, when we had visionary leaders, people like Julius Nyerere, people that were truly leaders in Africa, they would have risen up to the occasion and called South Africans to order. But look at the crop of leaders we have all over Africa. Have they even brought the matter to AU? They can't, because they are all birds of the same feather.
Okay, so in your own view, Chukwuemeka, what do you think is the most sustainable solution to the recurring xenophobic attacks in South Africa? Let's quickly take this talk before we hear your thoughts on that. Hello, good morning. What is your name? Where are you calling us from?
Good morning. Hi, Chief Kunle Olowu.
Good morning, sir. That's such a title. Yes, sir.
And I have to thank Chukwuemeka this morning for letting us know that if you get to Kenya, that the women will try and follow us through.
So that is your take. That is your take home from what he said.
Interesting. I'm going to Kenya right away.
Interesting.
So the point is this: on the issue of the South African issue, I would have thought that expected the athletes of South African company here, like I don't want to mention them so that maybe I'm advertising them. I would have expected them to maybe shut down for like say 2 days or 3 days, so that to show their backup for Nigerians that are being deported from their country, from South Africa.
But if they shut down, would that not affect Nigerians based on the service they offer?
It's just going to be like a day or 2 days. Look at what happened look at the children that are being kidnapped in your state now. Private schools have to observe a day. They didn't go to school for a day just to show that their solidarity to those that are being kidnapped. It shows that, so when they do that, it shows that they are of course they are concerned. It's not that Nigeria that we have a good heart. We know what would have happened to their companies, but we don't want to instigate anyone. We are not saying we should do anything to them, but at least they must show solidarity. And as well, those that are still in South Africa, those Nigerians that are still in South Africa, is that they have to choose between life and death. Because they are saying that they are giving you a 30 days ultimatum,
which has lapsed now.
It has lapsed on 30th of June. And you are still in their country. What if anything happens to you? You are on your own. So come back to your country. Let us join us together to fix our country. And lastly, on the issue of the father of Adeyemi that was being whisked away yesterday by the security operatives, I'm not happy at that, because number one, we have the ability that is working freely there over misappropriation. We have Mele Kyari in NNPC that are alleged to have stolen that 210 billion naira was missing, and the guy said he's receiving a treatment in Germany. And now we are having an issue with the list goes on and on. So why do you have to win an innocent father who does not even know anything about what is happening? Why not? Have you arrested Amila? Have you arrested the HOS? How many people have you arrested? I think that man should be freed and let those that are fine for people be arrested. Thank you very much.
Thank you very much, Mr. Gbenga Mario. So we can't take calls again now.
Gbenga Mario should not go to Kenya.
Should not go to Kenya. Yeah, but we have to round up now. But before we do, just very quickly, in your view, what do you think is the most sustainable solution to this recurring xenophobic attacks in South Africa?
Let's fix Nigeria. If we have visionary leaders,
we don't need to go to South Africa.
We don't need to go to South Africans will be coming here. People were coming here before. We don't need, but because we have crowd of people who are pretenders to whatever that they call leadership, they don't know anything. Nothing. Absolutely nothing. If we have visionary leaders, Kunle, who think about tomorrow, our leaders are thinking about election. Visionary leaders think about tomorrow of Nigerians, their future. This country, we have, that's why when they say in the church, let's pray that God will bless Nigeria. I don't pray that prayer. What I pray is that God give us people who are intelligent and who know what it takes to fix our country. I don't pray, because He has blessed us. Why should you go to somebody and be asking to bless when He has blessed you? You are the one who refuse to organize yourself and have a good leader. And we always make excuses for failure of our leaders. We say they have done their bit. Which bit? Why are you a leader? You have done your bit. How? And things are spoiling in the country. God bless Nigeria.
Thank you very much, Chukwuemeka, for your very in-depth analysis this morning. I'd like to say a big thank you to everybody who has been a part of the show. To remember, Perspective Unlimited airs on Wells Radio 89.3 FM every Mondays to Fridays by 6:30 to 7:30 a.m. Do join us again tomorrow morning for another interesting edition of the Perspective Unlimited. Now we are going to be giving space for the sports Babi, who will come and be giving us updates on the World Cup as our AM Sports comes next. Do stay tuned, and thank you for listening.